Well, hello, everybody. This is Dr. Troy Dukowitz of the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. Today's topic is this. This one ingredient will change everything. So I've seen this for a while, and yet yesterday it came up again. I'm on the phone with a client, and she's someone who's been with me for a while. She's made tremendous changes over the years, and then all of a sudden in about the last 8-ish months, we've just seen her continually, just month after month after month, just grow and expand, and confidence and certainty and communication and energy. Her relationships with her children and her husband have improved. Her business has improved. Her overall health has improved. And it's just been so fun to watch and be a part of. And as we're having this conversation, the word passion popped into my head, like this ingredient, because what happened is months ago, we were able to discover a passion that she wanted to add to her business. So she's a chiropractor. She already loves chiropractic, and she wanted to add something to the business that would help to the benefit of the patients. And as a result of that, then you could just see through the actions that she was taking in all areas of her life, she's doing things that she loves. She's doing things that she's passionate about. You see her energy and her focus and her communication, everything just changed. Almost like what some people would say is overnight, but yet they don't know the year's worth of work that she's put into her life. And then as we're having this conversation, and she's now super excited about yet another project that she's working on. She just literally collided with some people in a talk that she did, which she never would have done before. But she has this confidence about her. Why? Because she's doing things that she is passionate about. And so as I'm having this conversation with her, I started to tell her about my favorite treat, which is paleo cookie dough, paleo chocolate chip cookie dough. And I said, what's so cool about this is that there's just a few ingredients that you have to put into the bowl. And what we're talking about now is this ingredient called passion. So as we make paleo chocolate chip cookie dough, we have 2 cups. I'm going to tell you the recipe. You need to go make this, and then you can thank me later. You have a bowl over to the right, and inside that bowl, you can put it on your left if you want. But you take 2 cups of oat flour, and you dump it into this bowl. And then you come over to your stove, and you put a cup of organic maple syrup in a pan, and then you let that come to a boil. In the meantime, you have filled up 1 cup of almond butter. And when the maple syrup comes to a boil, you dump the almond butter in there, and you stir. And as you stir, it will finally become pretty like runny and consistent. You then take that and you dump it into the bowl that has the oat flour. As you're stirring the oat flour, what will happen is, and here we go, I want you to remember this, what will happen is there are going to be pieces of flour that will clump up. If you've ever mixed anything before with flour, you know this has happened. So we're using our oat flour, we're stirring, and it starts to clump up. But the rest of the dough is mixing very well with the mixture of almond butter and maple syrup, and so we just keep stirring, and I'm getting all excited. My mouth is watering right now as I keep stirring, but there are still the clumps in the dough here, so I have to keep stirring to break down those clumps. And eventually, when I'm done, I have a bowl full of cookie dough. Now, to complete the recipe, just because I do want you to try this, you're going to go ahead then and pop that into your refrigerator for 1 hour after it's consistently been stirred, and then you take it out, you add in some of your favorite organic chips, you mix them up, you flatten them out in a pan, cut them into squares, and you are going to be in cookie dough heaven. Now, back to the bulk of this story, which is this. The one ingredient that was missing for her was passion. She was doing things that she thought she was supposed to be doing based on what people were telling her to do instead of identifying what her passions were. And passion, when you put passion behind something, when you are doing things that you love, it is almost impossible for you to knock someone down. I won't say it's not possible, but it's almost impossible to knock someone down when they are coming from a place of passion, because their certainty goes up. Their excitement goes up. Everything about who they are changes. And when you see this firsthand, you start to realize that the first ingredient was months ago when she just wanted to add one thing, okay? It's just stir the bowl of passion, stir the bowl of passion. But there were clumps in this bowl. Those clumps, we didn't need to add any more ingredients. The clumps were going to break down the more we stirred it. So we keep focusing on her passion. The stirring is the action. You should write that one down. The stirring is the action. She didn't need to add more ingredients to the bowl. She just needs to keep stirring it and taking action. And then finally, there's a clump of that dough with the flour, and she plows into that clump through stirring, taking action. And as she breaks that ball of flour, it starts to mix in. Enter the second thing that she wanted to do. Now she's speaking in front of people where she didn't want to do it before. She wasn't excited about it. She would do it, but she wasn't excited about it. And a step further, because she's working from a place of passion, is that she's even confronting people and calling them out. Someone who is very amiable and wouldn't have done that 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago. But she's so passionate about what she's doing. She loves so much what she's doing. We're not adding a bunch of things to her bowl. We're not adding more ingredients. She has the ingredient known as passion. And then she has things that she wants to do as a part of that. And they're all in this bowl. And it's just taking action on those things. Stir the bowl, stir the bowl. We don't have to add more. And at the end of it all, here we are today. And she is just, she's happy. She's excited. This is a woman who used to get stressed when we would have an assignment due in a week, and now she's taking things on head on because she's doing things that she is passionate about. And this is what happens, isn't it? When you're doing the things that you love, like, you're going to get them done. You'll see them through. You don't want to let them go. You want to finish them because you want to start the next thing that has to do with what you're passionate about. But here's what happens to people. They forget. Like, we start to just go to work every day, ho-de-do, go to work, gotta pay the bills. And we just go through the motions day in and day out until finally what happens is we get burned out. And instead of saying, hey man, I haven't done things I'm passionate about in a while, we end up adding bright, shiny things into the mix of this thing called our life and or our business and or our work and or our relationships. We look for these external solutions to internal problems because the internal challenge is that you stop doing the things that you love doing. You stop doing the things that you were passionate about. So the question becomes this: what if you were to take a look at your life today across body, being, balance and business, your health, your spirituality, your relationships, and your business and or work, whatever it is that you do? What if you were to look across those areas and ask one simple question: where in my life am I not practicing my passion? Or where in my life am I practicing my passion? I don't care which way you word it, but take a look at it and say, where am I practicing my passion? Or am I, ask the question, am I doing what I love here in my health? Am I doing what I love in my spirituality? Am I doing what I love in my relationships? Am I doing what I love at work? And if not, then we ask the simple question of, what do I love? What would I like to do? Because for some of you, you can answer that question readily. You're like ready to go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I stopped doing X, Y, and Z. But for others of you, you've gotten so far away from the passionate things that you want to do in life, that you love to do in life, that you don't even know what they are anymore. So your assignment becomes, well, one more step, which is to sit down and just write, I am passionate about ... and just let your brain go. And look at your health and look at your relationships, look at your fitness, look at your work or your business or whatever it is that you do. Look at hobbies that you've had in the past that maybe you stopped doing. Look at all areas of your life and write them down. And then from that list, go back to the question of, where in my life am I not practicing things I'm passionate about? And see where you can take from the list that you just wrote and put it into your life and your new habits. Folks, this is a game changer, because the people who are doing the things they love, they're happy. They are excited. They get up early in the morning. They stay up late at night. They get awoken at 2 o'clock in the morning because they're so excited about what they're doing and how they're living. They're not dreading by sedating through TV or anything else. They're actually excited because they get to live their life based on their passions, and they've taken charge to do so. That's my hopes in sharing this with you today. So that's all I've got for you here today, folks. As always, please, I'd love it if you would head on over to iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher and rate, review, and or subscribe to this podcast. And always, if you haven't, head on over to commitandgo.com. Over there, you can get my time mastery program. It's going to help you to remove the energy blockers and drainers from your life and allow you to really start to focus on things that will move the needle in your life and business. That's all I've got for you here today. I am Dr. Troy Dukowitz. This has been the Commit and Go podcast, where we encourage you to make big commitments, take big action, and create big-ass results in your life and business. business. We'll hear you next time. Bye-bye.